Come on.
What are you doing, Jim?
Come on, Jim.
You got one thing to do is start the bloody show.
I'm looking behind me to see what I'm meant to be doing
You're
because
pressing the wrong buttons, JB.
You got
I can't do everything.
one job.
As I say hello to you, Bill. Nice to see you on a Saturday afternoon.
Great to see you, Jim.
At Marvel,
are we?
at the venue, which we love.
Pubs are open, Jim.
Oh, thank you, Bill. I've got that feeling. Hello to you, Duck.
Yes, good to be here. I agree, JB. We've done a couple out of the studio over the first round. Good to be actually at the ground.
Yeah, it is. Brilliant.
As I was on Thursday night and last night, and here again today. So I'm pumped.
Nice to see you, Bristle.
Yeah,
Brian?
good to be here. Great fun.
Happy with the world?
Why wouldn't I be, Bill?
Well, last week we threw to you about the Geelong game, how good it was, and geez, were you Debbie Downer then? So hopefully you're up this week.
Did I?
Oh, Damo, nice to see you.
Thank you, Jim. And you were a bit down last week. Me too. I'm with Bill on that. Actually,
Yeah.
I'd like you to lift a bit.
Oh, no. Look at him now. He's just dropped the bottom lip.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, nice to be here. Now, we got North Melbourne taking on Sydney Duck, and I was just having a chat to Damo earlier on to say that the greatest coach the club's ever had, of course, the coach of the team of the century, Dennis Pagan, doesn't live far from here, the great man. How would he assess the way North Melbourne have handled the last 48 hours, given they've won 2 games at the start of the year?
Not good, but he would have. Dennis thought, obviously, back then, being a top side, a consistent side, he thought we didn't need the media.
No.
Yeah.
Whereas, obviously, the Kangaroos are a little different these days. They understand what the part the media play. They open their doors and allow them in. But
They do.
What would he say?
But to answer, he would say, "Oh, you've gone down Media Street. Who do you think you are? You're not this. You're not that. You'd want to get a kick this week, son." There'd be all sorts of pressure put on, and then if you win, he'd take credit for keeping you on your toes.
Yeah, that's it. I love it. I love it.
No, it'd be very interesting.
I got a couple of mates live in the States, Purple, and one of them got hold of me during the week and said, just want to know how I get hold of Brian's new radio show.
Yep. Oh.
So is it exclusive to the States, or
What dial?
how do you latch
access,
onto it?
If he's got access to the digital platform, Jim, the Sirius issue,
Right.
as in SIRIUS,
Right.
very big organisation in the States. You would have hired a few cars in the States and you come through on most radios. Yeah.
Right.
So it's
It's
good
a
you raise this.
subscriber.
Right, you need to subscribe.
Yeah, 36 million, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you got
it's
to
good
pay
you raise this, Bill.
to your show.
You got to pay to listen to it.
Yeah, you pay for it. Yeah,
Subscribe, Bill.
Yeah,
Well, it's not
And last week we highlighted the fact that Eddie Maguire is hosting a show, co-hosting a show with BT. And
Brian.
we learned
Brian.
even in the press release, which was 3 pages long,
Yes.
and all the audio attached to
Yes.
the promotion of the show, no reference to Brian.
That's
None.
okay.
And we highlighted that last week, and that's why he was quiet last week, Bill.
Yes.
He didn't like us raising this. Anyway. Show 2 of this particular program was launched this week.
Right.
Show three,
Well,
Dave.
show 3.
Show
okay.
3.
You weren't mentioned in the first 2. There's been an overcompensation.
Hello.
An overcompensation.
Hello.
Eddie's got wind of there being no acknowledgement of his co-host.
You know what it is? Tanya on the stop clock.
Yep.
She's had the stopwatch
Bill
out.
called up.
She will kick you right in.
Well,
the
between Tanya and Eddie, Jim,
Yes, Tanya's been.
just have a listen to how Eddie's now made up
Come
for
on.
failing to acknowledge BT, his co-host in the first 2 shows.
Joining me as always, one of the greatest players in the history of the game, man who kicked 100 goals in a season. That is the gold standard for full forwards. They don't get near it these days, but this man, Brian Taylor, did for Collingwood, and not only that, but he is the man who called a lot of those highlights, the premier caller on the AFL, on the broadcaster here on television and radio. Brian Taylor, welcome to the show.
G'day, Ed.
G'day, yes,
You're allowed to correct him. You're not one of the all-time great players in this game.
was not my voice. That was someone else.
Can I just say,
You've substituted
Brian.
someone else.
No, we have not.
for 1 minute, I thought Ed was about to introduce me.
or Tony Lockett or
And
something.
then I heard your name.
Listen,
You're allowed to correct him, Peter.
I am not in control of...
Brian, have you had a word to him? Have you had a word to him and say, you got to pump me up
Bill,
here?
that's got a bit of spud about it. Remember we used to say fullback at the team of the century, and he didn't say anything for 5 years.
He sat here and didn't say a
He
word.
wasn't even in the team of the century.
Wow, we.
Exactly.
Oh, boy.
Come on, Brian.
Nicely edited in that little
Did you have
voice
much
there
to
too.
say in this podcast or whatever
I
it is?
don't even remember doing it, Bill.
Yeah, I-
Not even. Oh, thanks, Ed. You're probably
Yeah.
a little bit too kind
Yeah.
with the introduction.
It was
One of the
Who
greatest
did you have on?
ever.
Who was on this show?
There's only 28 legends of the AFL system, and it sounded like you were one of those 28 the way you were introduced, BT.
When you're
Who'd we
going into America, you can afford to.
Gee, Liberty Sacks.
I thought that intro sat
Expansive.
pretty well on Bristol, to be honest. I was pretty happy with it.
The mayonnaise. Who'd you have on? Was it worth listening?
Oh, Bill, we I don't know.
We'll ring Tanya later on.
Pat McAfee, we had on. I don't know who he is. Apparently, he's somebody over there.
When are you recording this, Bristol? When does it happen?
Whenever it suits Ed.
And are you in the studio at Lawn, or are you up here in Melbourne?
I've been coming up.
Right.
Oh, just for that.
So
For 5 words.
it's got to be worth it then. If Bristol ain't driving 2
I hope
hours.
I hope you're
I
not getting paid.
decided that I'd stay home and do it from now on.
I hope you're not getting paid per word.
I'm not getting paid at all.
Oh!
This is a
What is it?
provisional sort of pilot sort of thing,
Right, I see.
and it's purely out of the goodness of.
Your heart.
Were you genuinely dirty on the first show when you weren't used in
Never
any
been.
form of promotion?
Never been dirty.
We heard you were.
No.
Yeah, the putt.
We heard you were.
You know they do their homework over there, don't
Big
you?
nose, Tunnicliffe.
So if they're paying for this subscription to this show,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden you get
Right.
a few Poindexters like Damo over there and go
Yeah.
BT, and they look you up, and you're sort of nowhere near the top.
There's not many damos. out there.
Especially if they see your head. It's a big melon. It's a melon. What's that moustache he's got?
listen.
Mustaka.
What about the
Thank you, Brian.
putt? You got paid for the putt, didn't you?
Hooly dooly. Hooly
Hooly
dooly.
dooly.
Holy
Holy
Julie.
moly.
No, hooly dooly. Can you
Holy jolly.
retrieve that tape that you did record over there in LA before the COVID-19 fully took effect? You did record some programs which were meant to air. But can you get them off the cutting room floor? Are we ever going to see what you did over there on Hooly Dooly?
What is it, Hurley Julie?
Hooly.
No, I think it's called Holy Moly, but we're calling it Hooly
Oh,
Dooly.
holy.
Holy moly.
The COVID come along at a good time, to be honest.
It's going to air, Bristol, November-ish. Is that what they're still thinking?
Oh, it is going to go to air.
Brian?
I don't know.
Do you have to go back to the States?
Let's
Okay.
ring Lewis.
No, I think it's going to be set up over here. I don't know.
I think they've
Oh, he
got
doesn't
the
know.
fact that he can't travel. They're going to take
The-
We're going to bring Hooly
the
Dooly
mountain
to...
farmer.
they're going to go into
I
the jail
think,
over there and get El
Yeah,
Chapo
Lord.
to film. Get El Chapo to film these.
I think.
You double
I
take.
think. I think Rob Riggle's going to come to me, Bill.
Where are you going to do it? Down at Lawn? The little putt for a par 3.
You look like El Chapo.
Very good.